Federal Form SS-5, the application for Social Security number, may be the source document that can help you break through some of your family research brick walls. We all know how challenging it can be to determine married women's maiden names. This unique document contains surname information that can tie together a woman's married and maiden name. In addition, the form reports the applicant's parents' names, including the mother's maiden name. Looking to break brick walls? Form SS-5 may provide the way. The Social Security Act was signed by President Roosevelt August 14, 1935. Prior to the act, it was up to the states or a person's family to care for the retired, aged, or disabled individuals. Due to the effects of the Great Depression, among the act's goals were to provide on a federal level programs that addressed federal old age benefits and benefits to physically disadvantaged individuals. To start the process, each employee would need a distinct Social Security account number. Employers received instructions and forms distributed through the federal post offices. The instructions detailed the roles of the employer and the employee. And fortunately for us researchers, every new program needed a new form. The SS-5, the application for a Social Security account number, was used to assign Social Security numbers and accounts. Whether the form was completed by the employer or the employee, all forms needed the signature of the employee. Let's take a look at the information on the original form in 1936 and how it can help you. The first line has the employee's name. For married women, the form specifically asks for not only their married surname, but their maiden name. This makes the SS-5 one of the very few documents that tie together married and maiden names for women. The second line gives the employee's current address. This might be helpful for finding census listings when simple name searches yield no results. The third line asks for the name and address of the employee's place of employment. This could be interesting occupational information for your ancestors or relatives. You might also use occupational information to confirm census records when you might have more than one person with the same name. The next line gives birth information: the age at the last birthday, the date of birth, and the place of birth. For researchers that have found multiple dates of birth on various documents, it might be helpful to know that this is the date that the employee used now that they were settled in their new homeland. Also, if you're lucky, the response on the place of birth line may include a specific town name in addition to a country. The fifth line is also especially important. Here you will find the names of the employee's parents with their surnames at birth. Therefore, you may find a father's name with a pre-Americanized surname, and you'll also see the mother's maiden name. Finding the mother's maiden name also makes the SS-5 a gem of a document. And finally, the last line will have the date the form was signed and the employee's signature. You might use this signature to compare to other documents that your ancestor executed. Here are a few examples of completed SS-5s. Sylvia Kowalski filed this form in 1936. She was a 20-year-old who was born in Montreal, Canada, to Abe Kowalski and Fanny Kotlowitz. Benjamin Altman filed this form in 1938. His place of birth gives a more specific location, Warsaw, Poland, and then gives the names of his parents, Nathan Altman and Sadie Steinberg. And finally, here's the form for Sarah Osovski. This was the form used in 1962, but as you can see, it includes 3 surnames: her married surname, Osovski, her maiden name, Altman, and her parents' names, including her mother, Ethel Getmansky. So where can you find these forms? Well, you can apply directly to the Social Security Administration through the Freedom of Information Act for copies of the original SS-5. This link will give you all the details. Another alternative is Ancestry.com's collections of Social Security application forms and claims for benefits. Ancestry provides abstracts from the original forms, but not the original forms themselves. This is a pay site, but if you don't have a subscription, your local library may have one. When ordering from the Social Security Administration, you should be aware of a couple of possible complications. There are specific restrictions on the information that will be given out. To safeguard the privacy of possible living persons, restrictions are defined by the ages of the employee and the employee's parents. The link provided on the previous slide will give you the specific restrictions and the documentation you may be able to provide to satisfy these age requirements. If you do receive a form with redacted or blacked out information, Judy Russell, the legal genealogist, wrote about an appeals process. You can try to send a letter to this address, explain why you think the information should be made available, and include the necessary documentation. Although you may have thought that Social Security was solely a financial benefits program, hopefully you will now consider it a family historian's benefit program as well. This has been another helpful video from the Jewish Genealogy Society of Long Island. Please visit our website at www.jgsli.org for more information on our monthly speakers, beginners workshop, and other projects and resources. And visit our Facebook page where you can take part in conversations with experienced researchers. Whether you're on Long Island or an out-of-towner, we'd love to hear from you. Good luck with your research.